got a few Supreme collab shoes on the horizon, but apparently one brand said no thank you to a collab with Supreme. Is Wilson the next big brand in streetwear? After a recent collab with Supreme in spring-summer 2018, the brand's back at it again with an upcoming collab with Bape. And is Supreme really in Twitter beef with Farmland? We're gonna dig into all that and a little bit more today in the video. Let's go ahead and hop right into it.
I've been working hard, I'm in a groove, I feel like I'm standing.
What's good, everybody, and welcome back, my IRL fam. If you're new to the channel, my name is Nick. We do a lot of fashion and streetwear type videos on the channel, and today we're gonna be digging into some of this hype news that we've been seeing lately. But first, we're gonna do a little bit of sneaker news. So after we saw some images of the LeBron 16 start to surface, originally we did see a black colorway with some yellow accents on it, just kind of giving us a decent look at what we should expect from the shoe. We now saw LeBron Snapchatting out some shoes that he was wearing himself, giving us some official look at the shoes right here. We did see LeBron wearing more of a purple, kind of dark violet version of the shoe with some red accents running through it, almost looking like they could be 3M. The pattern on the shoe is a little, zigzaggy on there, and we do have these red 3M hits kind of running through it. Pretty exciting if you ask me. I'm a huge fan of the LeBron line. I love LeBron as a player, so I'm pretty excited to see this new sneaker model come out. But the real hype news here comes from we are seeing a LeBron 16 in a Vachetta colorway that is supposed to be debuting alongside New York Fashion Week, and this thing is crazy. So similar to the LeBron 15 Ghost that we saw drop originally as the first shoe for the LeBron 15 last year, we are seeing the LeBron 16 is going to be coming out in a very similar colorway, but we have got some high fashion hits on here. It is insane. Honestly, I think they did a really nice job. So up top, instead of seeing your typical strap, we are seeing a belt buckle type deal. It almost looks like a watch strap or like a belt buckle. We have not seen a belt buckle associated with the LeBron shoe since the LeBron 3 birthday. Talk about a throwback. If you guys remember these shoes, go ahead and drop a like, comment down below and let me know how you feel about those and how you feel about these 16s right here. But aside from that little belt buckle that we got going across the top, we do see this Vachetta tan colorway featured throughout here. We've got a little bit of kind of classy upscale hits on these things, and my favorite part of the shoe is we have this kind of lion erupting out of the back, like the heel area of the shoe, and the laces are actually crisscrossing through the lion's mouth. Such a sick touch. I think we are going to see some of that lion on all of the LeBron 16s, but I don't think that we're going to see it protruding out of the back like we see it on this one, and this is absolutely crazy. The most disheartening part of this though, they are only dropping in women's sizes. I think they're going up to a women's 12, which would be a men's 10.5. So if you're somebody like me, I wear a size 12 in men's. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to fit these shoes, but if you wear a 10.5 or below in men's, maybe you could scoop these up for yourself. These are a sick shoe. I would love for you guys to comment down below and let me know how you guys are feeling them. Now switching over to the LeBron's former teammate, Mr. Kyrie Irving. Kyrie did just drop his cereal pack recently. We did see the Kicks, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and the Lucky Charms released all alongside one another. And recently we did see images of a alternate Lucky Charm shoe coming out, and these things are fire. So if you guys have not seen it, we do see these Lucky Charm shoes now in a green colorway as opposed to the red that they were originally dropped in. And also opposite of that red pair that we already saw, where the Lucky Charms were just kind of imprinted into the side of the shoe, this green pair features the Lucky Charms in full color. These things are bananas. Oh my gosh, they look so good. Not only do we see the Lucky Charms in full color, but we also see a holographic swoosh going along the side. These are crazy. There's no official release date on these. We may never see these released. It could just be a sample pair, but if these ever come out, these would be easily the most sought after of this Kyrie cereal pack. Now moving a little bit more into Supreme, we do see the first Supreme official collab release coming up for week 2, dropping this Thursday. If you guys have not seen it already, Supreme is doing a collab with Nike SB, the SB Gato. So me personally, I'm not a huge fan of this shoe right here. I think they did a pretty good job considering the model that they were working with. I just don't know why they're necessarily choosing this model. Yeah, I mean, I really can't say why. I had no idea. But we are seeing it released in a white colorway, an ice blue, a black, and a red. The red is by far the best if you're asking me. We see all of these shoes on the side paneling with kind of these vertical striping going through. They give it almost like an illusion kind of look. And the red does feature a yellow on the side paneling, which I think pops the most. On the black, we see a red and white. On the ice blue, we see it repeated with the ice blue colorway. And on the white, we see red pop out. The one thing that is probably, I don't know, the most disappointing thing to me that I wish they would have done a little bit differently is we do have a little bit of a Supreme pull tag on the side of any of the shoes, which kind of gets hidden in my opinion. It's all tonal except for on the white pair. We do see a red tab on there. I wish they would have taken this tab and dropped it at the bottom of the Nike swoosh. I feel like that would have been such a sick touch. You would have been able to see that pull tab a little bit better, and it would just given it a little bit of flair, a little bit of something different. But aside from that, we do see Supreme branding on the tongue of the shoe, as well as World Famous written across the back of the left and the right heels. But that is the upcoming collab, once again dropping this Thursday on Supreme. We are seeing a Nike collab come up first for the shoes. We have also seen leaks of a Supreme and Vans collab, so it is not unusual for Supreme to collab with Vans. I feel like we see it every single season. However, this time it is a little bit more basic than the recent Vans collabs that we've seen. Most recently for Spring Summer 2018, we did see their corduroy Croc collab come out, which was, I don't know, those were bricks in my opinion. I don't think they looked all that great. They were okay, but I don't know, just weren't necessarily that appealing to me. But before that, earlier in the season, we did see the Skull Pile Vans, which were amazing if you're asking me. I think they did a really nice job. However, this time coming into fall winter 2018, they're toning it down a little bit. It does just look like a plain Vans model. We do see it released in kind of, once again, like a violety purple type color. And the only Supreme branding that we've seen so far is embroidered on the tongue. We have Supreme written across there in some old English lettering. Nice little touch, but a pretty basic shoe that we're seeing so far. And still at some point during the season, we are expecting this Nike Supreme and CDG collab shoe to drop, but it's going to be an Air Force One where we see the swoosh kind of offset on the different panels. No word on when these are to come out yet, but it is a shoe that is on the horizon that we will be seeing soon enough. I assume it's going to be happening during fall winter 2018. And now moving along to the brand that said no thank you to Supreme, Birkenstock. Birkenstock was like, nah, we're good, fam. Apparently Supreme must have reached out to Birkenstock, and the CEO of Birkenstock said that they did not want to prostitute their brand by doing a collab with Supreme. I don't necessarily think that's the greatest idea. I mean, I've never owned Birkenstocks. I've heard they're good shoes. If you own Birkenstocks, comment down below and let me know if you like them and what you like about them. But I can say one thing, whenever Supreme collabs with a brand, it usually hits. It usually hits. I don't know why they wouldn't want to do this. I feel like this would have brought more attention to Birkenstock, so people like, even like myself, that aren't necessarily hip to Birkenstock, well, I can tell you one thing, I would have definitely been going after the collab here, and maybe if I liked them, I would have tried to grab some more Birkenstocks for in the future. Plus, I've seen a lot of the times when Supreme collabs with a brand, that brand usually gets more collab opportunities after that, and then they can, you know, get a little bit more clout, like get themselves out there so people are looking out for them. But Birkenstock apparently wanted no part of it, so we will not see a Birkenstock Supreme collab coming up anytime soon, and maybe never, who knows? So, we just did see Wilson do a collab with Supreme in Spring Summer 2018 where they dropped a set of tennis balls. Pretty basic little collab. It was just white tennis balls with a red box logo on it. I think they did a pretty nice job on that. And now we're seeing Wilson once again collab with another streetwear brand, this time with Bape. So as far as we know, there's just going to be 2 items that are releasing. We've seen images of a tennis racket. The tennis racket, I think they did a really nice job on. The racket is covered in that Bape camo print, just that classic Bape camo that we're all used to. Just in a green colorway, going all the way around the racket. But then the tennis ball that we see, oh my gosh, I feel like it is a huge miss. We're basically just seeing your typical neon yellow tennis ball with a little bit of extra Wilson branding, a little Wilson W on there, with a little Bape head right next to it. I'll say this, if they're making this stuff just for practical use, it makes perfect sense for there to be a neon yellow tennis ball. Like that is a type of tennis ball that is used typically, that is regulation when people play with. But if Bape is doing this for the hype beast like myself, if we want an actual like Bape collab, I feel like this was such a layup. Why did they not give us a tennis ball in the Bape camo? They killed it with the racket, they covered that in the camo. Why are we not seeing a tennis ball in this Bape camo? I feel like it would have been so much better. All the hype beasts would have been going crazy for it. I know personally, I would have definitely wanted to get my hands on these. I may still go after them. However, I just think it's a huge miss. Like we get a little bit of branding, we get that small Bape head that's gonna be on here, but why do we not see something more iconic to Bape? I just feel like it was a miss. Whoever put this together could have done so many different things. Even if, you know, we see the WGM, the World Gone Mad, on a lot of Bape sweatshirts, for example, why do we not see like WGM branding, but instead of the typical W, use the Wilson W? So many possibilities. And even if they wanted to keep it this neon yellow, because that is a typical tennis ball colorway, do the Bape camo in neon yellow. We've seen Bape do their camo in so many different colors, like literally almost every color you could think of. Why not do it in neon yellow? Maybe that's just me. I would love for you guys to comment down below and let me know what you think. If you guys like this tennis ball that's coming out, if you think they could have done something differently as well. But there's no release info on this so far. Bape did just recently hold a press conference with these Wilson tennis athletes right here. As far as we know, it's just gonna be the racket and the tennis ball coming out. I just feel like they could have done a little bit more. And last thing to talk about is Supreme really in beef with Farmland. So if you guys have not seen, it looks like Supreme really did rip off Farmland's logo for their Horizons 5 panel that just released in week 1 of fall/winter 2018. If you've seen the Farmland logo, it is literally identical to the Supreme. I'm saying this backwards. If you've seen the Supreme thing that was put on the Horizons 5 panel, it is identical to the Farmland logo. Essentially, they just took off Farmland, slapped on Supreme, and then threw it on a hat. So Farmland must have saw this and they reached out to Supreme. Luckily, they were all cool with it. They were just saying, hey Supreme, that logo looks pretty familiar. Looks like ours. We'd love it if you could send some hats over our way. Pretty dope. Supreme is pretty notorious for ripping off other brands' logos or kind of repurposing different logos and images to suit their clothing. It's nothing that we haven't seen from Supreme a million times before, but it is dope to see that Farmland's like, hey, that's tight that you used our logo. We'd just love it if you guys could send us some hats. But that's gonna do it for the video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed all that news. If you've already been hip to some of this news, comment down below and let me know what your opinions are. If you guys are just hearing this stuff for the first time, what are you guys thinking about it? I love talking to you guys. I would love for you to comment down below so we can start a little bit of a discussion up. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit me with a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Maybe share this video with a friend, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. What's good, IRL fam? Thank you guys so much for checking out that video. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and check out another video on the channel. And if you guys are interested in learning more about the stuff that we covered today, I will leave all of the links in the description below so you guys can read up yourself. Once again, don't forget to like the video, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.